Chapter 1 asks us to look at the time value of money. What happens to money over time? Hopefully it increases in value the longer you save. But what are you doing with your money? Do you buy Starbucks frequently? Those drinks can be $5 a day or more. If you're drinking one a day just during the week, that's $100 a month. If you're drinking more than one a day or more than just the weekdays, you're spending even more than that. Is that really where you want your money to go? Maybe you eat out frequently, lunches with friends. Easily, that's $200 a month or more. That adds up really fast. So as you look at the different things going on in your life, look at where those little bits of money are going, because they really can add up over just a short amount of time, and it affects your long-term success. And are you getting enough return on that emotional investment? Let's take a look at Bankrate. Well, there's a lot of options online. I'm going to pull up this one. Okay. Bankrate.com. How long would it take you to save $1 million? You can actually do it fairly easy with just some minor changes in your life. As an FYI, if you were to have, let's say, your grandparents give you $10,000 as an 18th birthday, and the new retirement age is now about 70, and we're looking at about a 9.5 average rate of return. Stocks and investments range between 7 and 12% on average. There's always a wide range. So I usually go somewhere around the middle, and then the standard inflation rate is usually about 2.9. So therefore, if you grandparents, or if you had a $10,000 to put in the bank when you're 17, you never touch it again, you're going to retire a millionaire. Pretty cool, isn't it? I don't know about you, but when I was 17, I didn't have anyone hand me $10,000. So what else can I do? Let's say I have no money to deposit right now. How much do I need to save? Well, if I cut out my Starbucks, that's only $100 a month. And I'm well over $1 million. So if I save $100 a month starting at age 17, I will retire with $1.6 million. How could you save $100 this month? What could you cut out? Could you ride your bicycle? Could you bring your lunch? Could you drink water instead of coffee? What kinds of things could you do so that you could save just $100? Let's even cut that down a little bit. How much do we need? Let's see, $75? Okay. What about $65? We're still over $100 or $1 million. So $65 a month allows us to have over $1 million in retirement. We still get a few coffees or a few lunches out, and yet we reach our financial goals. The first step toward reaching your financial goals, and I highly, highly recommend this book. It's by Dave Ramsey. It's called The Total Money Makeover. It made a huge difference in my world. I was living crisis to crisis, paycheck to paycheck. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And once I got my emergency fund set up and was able to start proactively planning instead of reacting to crisis situations, my world got a lot simpler. So I highly recommend this book. In fact, I'll even give you extra credit points if you read this book and submit a paper on it at the end of the term, book report. I believe in this so much. But your first step is to save $1,000. Put that in an emergency fund. Don't touch it unless it is an emergency. And no, dinner out with friends is not an emergency. That takes that, oh my goodness, the car broke, I can't get to work panic out of your world. And it allows you to function on I need to get my oil checked. So a $50 cost instead of $500. So it really helps with that panic. At least it did for me. And for the students that I've talked to that have read this and followed its teachings, every one of them have commented it's phenomenal. Another thing I recommend is from Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world. He set the golden financial rule called 50-30-20. In this case, you live on 50% of your money, your take-home pay. Not always easy, but if you can live on 50% of your daily or your monthly income, now that's rent, utilities, groceries, transportation. Then you have 30% for flexible spending. So that's your dinners out, your coffee, your entertainment, whatever. And then you put 20% toward your financial goals. First, it might be paying off student loans or paying off credit cards. Then it might be in a variety of investments, whether they're, whatever style, whether they're stock market or other style. Putting money into savings, saving toward retirement. So you start building that way. So this is just a quick touch on chapters 1 and 2, a few things from these. We'll get into breaking down this financial rule more and getting into budgeting and a lot more as the term progresses. So for now, I look forward to seeing your submissions for the various assignments in Life Part 1 College. Let me know if you have questions.